What's going on, everyone? Lakers lose another inexcusable game, in my opinion. This is about as winnable of a game as it gets without actually winning the game. You're down 1 point with like 2:40 left and fail to go and just go get a bucket. I don't know why we were settling for all these threes at the end of the game. Like, why are we taking 5 threes in a 1 point game to close out? I'm not even talking about the last play. Last play is fine. I get it. It happens. But at 2:39, LeBron made the free throw to make it 107 to 108. And after that, so in 2 minutes and 39 seconds, we didn't score a single point. It's just jacking up three after three after three after three. At what point do you just say, okay, let's put our head down and go get a basket? Let's go at least go get the lead and then just see what happens from there. You gotta win these games. You gotta win these games, right? Now, on a positive note, considering all the circumstances that happened in this game, I'm glad that we were actually in the game to win. Right? At one point, we had like 6 rotation guys, literally. Right? It's just the injury bug is just really piling up, and it's becoming a problem. Right? Anthony Davis, he goes down towards the end of the second quarter. He tried to come back. It wasn't happening. And when he got hurt, it was just like all the wind in our sail just got sucked out. It was like, that was it. Right? And it sucks because it's just like we were in that game. We were kind of cruising, right? Like that third quarter surge by Miami killed us. But does that happen if AD doesn't go down? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. We still got to find a way to win the minutes that LeBron doesn't play. LeBron shouldn't have to play 40 minutes a game and score 30 just for us to be in the game, not even win it, just be in it, right? It's so infuriating, right? It's like, at what point do the other guys show up? Now, in the defense, it's hard to judge this team when half the team is injured, right? The whole point is like, this team has a ton of depth, a ton of talent, right? But yeah, if like Reeves is out, or, even AD and LeBron are out, right? It's like, okay, well, you have enough to kind of weather, 2 guys being out. But when half of your team is out, and you got to rely heavily on Christian Wood and Max Christie, 2 guys that were even questions to be in the rotation period, and they got to play, Reddish playing 30 minutes and Christie's playing 50, like, it's hard to judge this team fully. It's hard to know how good or bad this team truly is, right? Because, look, I'm not saying one guy is the be-all, end-all. Like, Prince had a rough game, but that was kind of expected. First game back, right? It's usually going to take him a game or 2. I'm hoping that, Rui will be back for the Rockets game. But you got to win on the road. We're 3-4 on the season. All of our games that we've won have been at home. That's great, right? You need to protect home court. You need to win at home, without a doubt. Right? So it's good that we're winning our home games. But you have to win on the road. You have to. You're not winning a championship unless you win on the road. How did the Lakers get to the conference finals? They won on the road. You don't win in the playoffs unless you can win on the road. Every team has to win on the road. Right? So the Lakers need to start rattling off these road wins. And we have still a very favorable schedule and a very favorable stretch coming up. I'm upset we didn't win the Heat game, right? But you got to brush it off, right? This is a game that I wish we would have dug down deep and pulled out, right? This is a game that was very reminiscent of last year. Play catch up, come back, have an opportunity to win the game late, and just couldn't execute down the stretch to go get the win. Just poor shot selection, making silly decisions, right? This was very last year's Lakers, right? And look, this team is clearly better than last year, but still, they have a lot of struggles and a lot of issues that they got to figure out. Now, I'd rather this game 7 than game 70. I'd rather the lack of effort, lack of energy, lack of rebounding, lack of shooting. I'd rather all this stuff happen now than the season's almost over and the Lakers are still having this issue. I'd rather see the Lakers kind of, get through this wave right now of injuries and just poor play, right? And once we start getting to like a tougher stretch, okay, right? But we got to win these games, right? Our next like 10 games, 6 or 7 of them are extremely winnable. You got the Rockets, you got the Blazers, you got the Grizzlies, you got the Blazers again, you got the Rockets, the Jazz, right? That's 6 games right there. Then you got 3 games that are going to be tough. The Suns, the Kings, and the Mavericks, right? So out of our next 9 games, we got to win 6 of those, right? Sure, you might trade one of these, right? Like maybe you lose to one of the Blazer games, right? Or the Jazz or something like that. But then you got to beat the Kings at home, right? If we win our home games, then there's at least 4 of them or 5 of them. So 5 of those games are at home. Beat the Rockets on the road. Suns, that's going to be tough road game, right? But we got to start winning some of these games on the road. This is becoming a real issue for the Lakers, right? Again, it's early on, so I'm not in complete panic mode. I don't think the season for the Lakers is over. I don't think it's time to overreact and push the panic button, right? We're not 0-10 or 2-10, so that's good, right? But if we don't start getting our stuff together, then I don't know what to. Then it is going to start being panic mode very quickly. If we don't start rattling off some of these wins against teams that we should be beating, and against these games that are very winnable, right? Then it's going to start being panic mode here soon. But we're not there yet, right? This is a game that, again, I'm glad for the effort, right? Like, if anything that you could take away from this, it's, hey, they could have just packed it in when AD went down, and they went down 13 or whatever it was, right? But instead, they fought hard, and we're in a position to win this game, even without Anthony Davis, right? So that's a good sign. That's a good note. Now, we need the guys to be consistent and pick it up, right? We need to stop relying so heavily on LeBron James. Again, LeBron shouldn't have to play 37 minutes and score 30 points for us to lose by 1, right? Austin Reeves is looking back to himself, which is good. Gave us almost a triple-double, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 9 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3 is a little rough, but it's still decent, right? Still good. That's what, 38% or something like that. But outside of Reeves, guys got to be better. D'Lo didn't have, like, a lot of people think are making it seem like D'Lo had this like atrocious game. He didn't. He had 13, 4, and 6. He got ejected, which hurt, right? But got to pick it up, right? We got to start winning by committee. Christian Wood picked it up towards the back half, and he was the real reason why we were able to get back in the game, hit 2 huge threes, right? But defensively, we've been atrocious. We've been so bad defensively, right? Just giving up too many easy buckets. Now, that doesn't help when you're missing, 4 of your best defensive guys, right? But still, like, guys need to answer the call, right? Somebody's out. It's your time. This is your time. This is your moment. Step up. Pick it up. Get into it, right? Like, yes, when Jared Vanderbilt comes back, I think the Lakers will be a lot better. Just because of his energy, his effort, his rebounding, his defense especially, right? All of those things are going to help tremendously. But he's not the cure-all. Gabe Vincent comes back. Yes, he's going to help his defense, point of attack guard, somebody that can defend other guards, gives us just another rotation body, a guy that can make plays. Hopefully his shot starts falling, right? But he's not a cure-all. Rui Hachimura, defend bigger guys, right? Absolute bucket in the mid-range. His shot was starting to look like it was coming around before the injury. He's not a cure-all. Now, if everybody comes back, maybe it is, right? If we get this team fully healthy, right? Even Jackson Hayes. Like, does Jackson Hayes being out, could he have been a decider for this game? I know some people might think no, and I don't necessarily think he would have either, but you can make the argument, yeah, right? Anthony Davis goes down. At least he's a big body that can be a lob threat, run the floor, just rebound, right? He's a good pick and roll defender for a big man, right? Like, I think he could have helped. Would he have been the difference in us winning and losing this game? I don't know. Probably not, but it's a 1-point game, right? He gets a couple key rebounds that we don't get, or he gets, a couple lobs that we don't get, right? Maybe we do. But it's hard to judge this team without everybody healthy. It's still not an excuse. We still got enough talent, right? We still got enough pieces to where we should have won this game. This game was inexcusable. You gotta win this game. Gotta figure it out. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think it's panic mode yet? Again, I don't think so personally. I think we're still okay. I still think we win a bunch of games, but we got to start winning on the road, right? It's becoming a real issue. Do you have concerns with all the injury bugs? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked the video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. I appreciate you. See you in the next one.